Echoes from the deep. The desert doesn't sleep. It only pretends to. Dr. Lena Ramirez felt the ground tremble again at 3:17 a.m. A low, angry growl that vibrated through the floor of her rented RV parked 20 miles east of Groom Lake. The seismometer on her folding table spiked another aftershock. That made 17 in 48 hours. The big one had been 4.4, strong enough to knock picture frames off walls in Alamo and send conspiracy forums into meltdown. She poured cold coffee and opened her laptop. The headlines were already apocalyptic. Area 51, earthquakes, underground nuke test, Trump teases UFO files as Iran tensions explode. Coincidence? 17 quakes in 48 hours. The desert is awakening. Lena rubbed her eyes. She'd come here as an independent seismologist chasing data, not headlines. But the data was off. The quakes were too perfectly clustered, shallow, almost surgical. Natural basin and range tectonics didn't usually dance like this. A sharp knock on the RV door made her flinch. It was Marcus, the old Air Force vet turned desert rat who'd been feeding her coffee and rumors for 3 days. "You seeing this?" he asked, stepping inside with his phone. A viral video showed a man in Las Vegas claiming the quakes were test runs for something they're gonna drop on Iran. Comments below spiraled from nuclear war to alien spacecraft charging their engines. "People are losing their minds," Lena said. Marcus grunted. "They've been losing them since 47. This time might be different." At the same time, inside a windowless room somewhere beneath the Nellis restricted zone, a man known only as Control watched a different set of screens. Red waveforms pulsed in neat sequence. "Yield signature?" he asked quietly. "Consistent with low kiloton hydrodynamic test," replied a technician. "No venting. Contained. The public sequence is holding." Control leaned back. The official story was simple. Routine geological activity. The real story was more complicated. With Iran enriching uranium at record speed and U.S. carrier groups moving into the Gulf, certain black budget programs had been accelerated. Subcritical tests, new warhead designs, weapons that needed to be proven without technically breaking the 1992 moratorium. The earthquakes were an unfortunate side effect, but they provided perfect cover. Lena couldn't sleep. She drove out before dawn with her portable gear, heading toward the public lands where the tremors felt strongest. The sun painted the mountains blood red as another small quake rattled the truck. Number 18. She set up her sensors near a dry lake bed. That's when she saw it. A faint, unnatural shimmer on the horizon, like heat haze in the wrong place. Through binoculars, she caught a convoy of blacked-out SUVs moving along a restricted dirt road. One stopped. A man in civilian clothes stepped out and stared directly toward her position. Her satellite phone buzzed. "Unknown number. Dr. Ramirez," a calm voice said. "You're outside the exclusion zone, but I suggest you pack up, for your own safety." "Who is this?" "A friend. The desert has ears. And teeth. Go home. Write your paper on natural tectonics. It's better that way." The line went dead. That night, as Lena drove back toward Vegas, another quake hit. Gentle this time, almost apologetic. On the radio, a news anchor mentioned that former President Trump had posted on Truth Social. "The Nevada situation is very interesting. Big things happening in the skies and below the ground. Disclosure soon? We'll see." Lena pulled over under a sky full of stars. She thought about the waveforms, the phone call, the shimmer over the mountains. She thought about how secrecy had always needed myths, UFOs, little green men, underground bases, to hide simpler, darker truths. Maybe the earthquakes weren't caused by aliens or full nuclear detonations. Maybe they were just the sound of old wars refusing to stay buried while new ones loomed. She looked out at the dark silhouette of the restricted range. Somewhere out there, the desert kept its secrets, and for now, the world was content to believe whatever made the most exciting story. Lena closed her eyes as another faint tremor rolled through the sand. The ground was still whispering, and no one was really listening.